Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to another exciting episode of Vecna, Eve of Ruin, right here at Proficiency Bonus. My name is Michael. I'll be your dungeon master for the evening, and it is good to be back. I was going for a week on vacation, but we are ready to roll back into our regular streaming program as our party is in hell. And we've got a lot of cool stuff for them to explore tonight, but we'll get to that in just a moment. I did want to... Beyond coming in hot with a subscription. Brittany coming in with a subscription. Oh, look at this. Oh, and there we go. And now the hype train has started. There it is. Boom, boom, boom. And there we're off to the races. Oh, and now Blitz.
Heading.
Look at this. Oh, we're getting all the oh yeahs out of the way.
There was no stream for like 2 weeks, so no one had a chance.
No one had a chance to resubscribe. That's right. Well, we have kicked off a hype train. We are almost completed a tier 1. So if you've got any, and then Beyond comes in and kills it for the 100%. Just as I say that, so you definitely be unlocking some new emojis for you guys to use in chat tonight. If you need to resubscribe some more, go ahead and do it now and get our levels up to give us some new emojis. But quick announcement, we will be off on this Friday because it is 4th of July and a lot of my players are going to be out doing things. I'm not that cool, so I'm probably going to just barbecue at my house. But
you mispronounce that word. It's called old.
That's about it. Yep. See all that gray hair on the side and the beard. That's it. But yeah, so we'll be off on Friday, but we will be jumping back on board the following Friday. I believe it is July the 11th, if I'm not mistaken. But we will be back with this campaign next Monday as well as we continue this chapter of this adventure. So, is there any other announcements that I need to make before we begin, guys, that you can think of?
If you're not in our Discord, check out our Discord. I know, well, I'm still going to call them Wild Beyond the Witchlight because they had some issues and couldn't run on Thursday, so I don't know the new stream name yet, but...
I do, but I forgot to check it on Discord first. Oh, it's a really cool name. I can't click on it right now, or I'll disclose all my Discord chat to the stream. I can't do that.
I'm going digging.
But they showed me some logos that Kelvin's working on too, and it is awesome. I can't wait till it's ready to unleash. So, yeah, really cool stuff coming up for the Thursday group. Stick around. Make sure you're in our Discord to see it. Yeah, great announcement. Thanks for bringing that up. All right. Well, that being said, if any other announcements pop up, we'll make sure to let you know. But with that being said, we're going to jump back in to our adventure. I'm going to take us to the map layer here so that our Twitch and YouTube friends can see
that we have foolishly split the party.
That we have split the party. That is indeed what has happened. We have in the maze area, the Stygian maze, we have Orcon and Forrest, who have eagerly agreed to enter the maze. They have put forth the talons, the currency of the Red Belvedere. I believe it was 20 talons each that you guys put forth to enter the maze as a team.
I think Orcon funded the whole thing, but yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Orcon did have a lump sum that he got exchanged in the foyer there. He was ready to go. The pitmaster of this group was who you guys met, Kalen, who resembled a very regal vampire. And he let you guys know that some of the treasure that could be found in here was talons. You could find lots of talons. You could also find soul coins, which you could exchange at the rate of, for each soul coin is worth 300 talons, which I think is the equivalent of like 3,000 gold. So pretty significant find. We're gonna take this scene from here. You guys have already paid. Kalen is very excited to have new participants in the maze. He actually gets up from behind the table as he's getting ready to walk you guys down to the maze entrance. He actually walks in between you both as you guys are starting, kind of like guiding you, has one hand on each of your shoulders as he's standing in the middle, and he kind of tilts his head just a bit towards both of you to your sides. You know, I'm just thrilled to have you here, but I will tell you both, I'm getting kind of low on my soul coin supply, my personal stash, and I'm quite fond of it. I know if you take one of these beautiful coins and get it take it to the changers. They're going to give you 300 gold in return for it. But if you decide that you'd rather exchange it with me, I'll give you 500 for it. And if that wasn't enough, I'll even do this. And he's like, kind of like, as he's walking you down, he's like looking over his shoulder, making sure that no one else is listening to his conversation with you guys. You know, doing those like quick glances over there. Listen, I'll even do one better. If you can bring me 3 of these, I can bestow upon you a special privilege that only a small portion of our patrons get the opportunity to indulge. I can gift you the mark of prestige that allows you entrance into the VIP lounge, what they call a Dragon's Pride around here.
That certainly sounds worthwhile to me. Would that token allow me to bring my friend with me?
Yes, we do have other friends.
Well, you're the only 2 here participating, so that the special mark would only go for both of you.
So they would have to do their own. Well, probably a
They
good thing
might
then that
work
they
out
would
whatever they're doing.
Well, let's just hope they don't get themselves thrown in jail.
I mean, down here, it's less of a jail and more kicked out into the wasteland, I think.
It's a strange sensation. I could swear I feel Hazel's eyes burning at the back of my skull.
Yeah, I felt that for a while. It never really goes away, does it?
No, did she prepare a new spell this morning? She's spying on us.
She did mention something about some new magic she was working on.
So 3 soul coins, you said?
Oh, yes, 3.
I'll give a little nod and look over at Forrest. Shall we?
Yeah, I mean, we've already paid. Might as well go in.
Good luck to both of you, and be careful. There are some pretty challenging things inside.
We'll be fine. I've seen him handle much worse.
Kim, what about you?
Oh, he was there too, doing just as much fighting.
Well, if you don't mind me, I'll be watching from the skybox. It should be mighty entertaining. When he kind of, with a flash of his cape, he kind of like just moves beyond you with this very, very tall walk as he starts heading back up the stairs towards the skyway that he has there to enjoy the festivities from. And really, you guys just see, as you get down to the bottom of the stairs, there's just like a dimly lit hallway of just smooth black stone in front of you. There's a strange, glowing, hazy mist above you, and you can see the glowing is caused by what seems to be some sort of magical floating orb that's placed about every 25 feet or so, that just gives off a very dim light into this mist or this fog above. You can't really see a roof, but the light seems to illuminate the fog a little bit and giving you guys just a dim hallway to go through.
Certainly rather overcast, but
Also a bit more direct than I expected a maze to be. On the hallway.
oh, shall we? And we're just going to start just heading in.
Oh yeah.
But
Work on,
I'll labyrinth. Gonna, as I'm walking, have one hand on the wall and just
Okay.
sort of like dragging it along the wall
okay.
to see if there are any like passageways or anything. For those who aren't as old as me, if you've never seen Labyrinth, check it out. Good movie. But the part where she runs into the labyrinth and she expects to see doors and doesn't. So
Okay. Yeah. So Orkon, are you going to be the leader? Or are you kind of leading Forrest through?
Rochambeau, but is it a check we need to make? Because
Yes. The rules in the book here ask me to ask you which one of you is going to be considered the leader of the group. Who's going to be making the rules? I will give you a little bit of insight, as it will require either investigation rules or survival rules, your preferred choice, and you can't help in this instance. So it's whoever the person who's the designated leader makes the rules without it. It would just be a straight roll without advantage or anything.
wonderful. So who's ever rolls, it's their fault. I got a +6 in investigation.
6, same as me.
Okay. But
Alright,
roll a d20, we'll let fate decide.
Oh, let the fates decide. Here we go.
Wait, how are we doing? High or low?
I mean, hi, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
that was my assumption as well, but want to make sure. It is not going to be me.
Oh,
Not by a whole lot,
I am a
though.
not by a
passenger.
whole
This
lot,
is
though. That's right.
Forrest's fault.
Anything I can do to give myself help.
Oh. Actually, give me a second.
And remember, you can use our chat points as well to add to rolls or re-roll, just as we normally do in this instance.
Bloody hell. I don't know if druids get this spell, and I'm blanking on the name. Fox's Cunning.
Enhanceability.
Yes. Thank you.
Pretty sure we do have that, yes.
Second level spell.
Okay, give me a second.
Yep, I do have it.
Okay.
And guess
As
it's, it's also prepared, but you guys are over there.
You can use your lesser wish to cast enhanceability.
Say to who?
You gonna cast enhanceability somehow?
Yes. Because I haven't used my 9th level spell slot today.
You
No,
want to use your wish to cast enhanceability?
If you want it, I can boost you.
Don't you have like a lesser wish?
Bloody hell, I do. I forgot about that one because I got the big one. Let me see what that one does. I think that is just 6th or lower, so it'll even work better.
And that one doesn't have
Yep.
the massive side effects that come with you.
Well, Wish
It has a
doesn't have
longer-
that when I'm replicating a spell. But
No,
I have to
got it,
roll
yeah.
1d4 because then I have to take a couple days off. So, 2 days.
2 days.
I'm
not
going to
that bad.
cast, use Lesser Wish to cast Enhanceability.
Okay.
Where I'm going to upcast it though, and target both of us. With-
Oh, okay.
And you said it was Intelligence is what you had the +6
For
or
investigation,
survival?
right? Yeah.
Investigation, yeah. So I'm going to do Intelligence checks,
Okay.
and that is good for 1 hour.
All right, let's roll some investigation.
All right, yeah, you can make an investigation roll. Ah, look at that. I will tell you this, Forrest, as the maze starts to take shape and you're starting to weave around, you get to some intersections and you're kind of like, I'm feeling good about this way. And you follow through, and Orcon's like following along. And then you come to another intersection, feel good about this way, and you make a turn there. I will tell you that you make this with advantage, right? With the... Is that what the spell does? Okay.
Yep.
I will tell you that a 17 is not a success. Would you like to use some other things from this? Now there are things that happen on both, so I just need to know if you want to keep the failure or if you want to see if you can attempt to turn it into a success. Oh, and you just got redeemed a D8 inspiration. So you got 8 of those now.
D10.
You do have a bunch of D10s. That is right.
Yeah, sure. We'll use one of those. We'll see what the success is, and then if I fail again, we'll let it happen.
That makes it
Well,
a
we're hoping to see what the success
21. Making it a
Oh, that's
21.
good.
A 21 is a success. So, as you're moving about, eventually you turn around a bend and you come to what it looks like to be a 30-foot circular open chamber. It's still made out of the same like slick black stone, but you can see that the ceiling is extended, or the mist rises a little bit in this room. And you can see that there is a strange, bubbling, turquoise-colored liquid covering the entire floor of this chamber. So much so that you can't see, like, the depth of this pool. But after the 30 feet of the chamber, you can see that there is an exit on the immediate opposite side of the room.
When you say an exit, like the maze continues, or it looks like it's a door out?
The maze continues.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
The liquid, not water necessarily, is bubbling.
It's bubbling.
I don't particularly feel like getting cooked inside of my armor.
is there a way to walk around? Like, is there a walkway or lip around it, or is it just all water?
Just all water.
I can send you across if you'd like.
You guys can tell that this water is not hot because it's not, like, you guys can feel that the room is not warm. It's not generating heat.
Like, tentatively, I'll just, like, put my hand in it a little bit.
Yeah, you kind of feel it. It kind of the bubbles kind of like tickle you a little bit, but you pull your hand out and the liquid just drips off like water back down into the pool. Feels kind of soothing, comfortable.
Gonna reach down two hands and cup and take a drink.
Doesn't really taste like anything.
Does it taste like water?
Kind of tastes like water. Yeah, it just doesn't really have a flavor to it.
I mean,
It's like it's bubbly and carbonated. It tastes like carbonated water.
and I really don't know where they got a soda stream down here, but perhaps we should bypass this and continue on. Can we see down to the bottom?
The turquoise color is a little thick. You can't see to the bottom.
If I start walking into it, how far can I get before I can't keep walking?
When you walk into it, you get down. It gets about waist deep, but then it seems to level off.
It doesn't even seem particularly deep. I think this is just here.
Feels comfortable. Soothing.
Feels nice almost, actually. Like the air's kind of like getting in between the joints of the armor.
I would imagine that tickles.
Little bit.
Orcon's gonna walk in and pulling out. Still never had a conversation with anybody, but he's going to pull out something he ain't had in a while and pull out his old goggles.
Okay.
Put them on and stick his face into the water. Looking down, I'm just looking down at the ground, trying to like see down where my feet are and see if I see any like coin. He showed us the soul coin, right?
Oh, you've seen them.
You've seen one?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just looking down, seeing
think-
if there are any soul coins underneath
I
the
think
water.
the devils that drove you here also showed you guys one whenever they were like putting it in the vehicle.
Okay.
I think so. You guys would all have seen one. Yeah, you're kind of putting. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Okay.
$18.
18.
You're moving about. You can see a little bit with the goggles on, like down to the bottom. You have to kind of put your like whole head down a little bit farther sometimes to get completely submerged in this stuff. But it's comforting. It's soothing. You're moseying around, and after a little bit, you're kind of disappointed because there isn't it like it's incredibly clean down there. Like there isn't anything on the bottom at all. But you get up and you feel really good. And you both, as you're kind of like hanging out there, enjoying this nice little bubbly, soothing bath, each of you gain 15 temporary hit points.
In theory.
Does that replace the 22 I already have?
No, it wouldn't replace the 22 you already have if you already have temporary hit points. It just, this is
Doesn't do
a
it.
kind of like a pool that would give you a boosted health.
You just had a big sip of coffee.
That's right.
I suppose we should continue on. Hurry up before the others wander off without us.
Right. We did agree to meet them after an hour. Can't waste too much time.
Mm-hmm. And with that, you guys can exit the pool, dripping some of this turquoise liquid off of your armor and clothing, and start heading back down the next hallway. At that point, we're going to transition back to the other group, as you guys have one successful chamber there. And we go over to the other side, back to the Alabaster racetrack, where this individual just kind of walked away from Kior. Kior, you did find a few like white hairs left over. You guys suspect something was up, as there was some type of an illusion on this elf who recently spoke to you. You just couldn't really exactly determine what it was. But what is it that you guys would be doing now?
We were looking for seats
Yeah,
to
seats
enjoy
to watch
the
the-
horse races. I guess I'll hang on to the hares for now. I'm not sure what they might be,
Okay.
but something big, I guess. Not sure.
Look for seats in the stands to get a glimpse of the show.
Okay. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And as you guys are doing that, you guys do find a few seats. You gotta kind of like squeeze through a couple of people as you find the seats that are in kind of like they're not right at the edge of the aisle. You got to squeeze through some people to get into your spot. Some of them are disgusted by your squeezing through because they are little devils, you know.
If any of them like make disgusted noises, Hazel will just like hiss at them.
Very nice. Yeah, they kind of just like glare at you, shrink back into their seat.
Are they tiny compared to me?
Most of them are.
Hazel's totally, for once, using her tall privilege and like full height as she like hisses and glares down at them as we walk. to our seats.
Elena's covering her mouth, stifling a giggle.
You can see that a couple of them are like getting ready to place bets, and see some of them have talons out, and another what seems to be devil that looks like they belong to the devil that came up to you and was like trying to grab your coin before, but didn't really know exactly like what horses were in the race and stuff like that. Everybody was really like a big fan of Marshmallow, but apparently Marshmallow is not in this race, and getting things ready. And one of them's kind of got his like a flyer out. He's like looking at it diligently. Who's putting money on the Far Gambit? Far Gambit. And then a couple of others like, I'm putting 200 talons on Blinks. 200 talons on Blinks. That's right, 200. And they start like, it looks like all the betting is going on around you guys as people are just shouting out horse names and throwing talons at these people who are taking them in and putting them in these pouches around their waist and stuff like that, and calculating how much their bets are. And you guys can get a glimpse after like hearing all these shouts. It seems like there are 6 horses that are about ready to get gated up for this first race. The first one is Chicanery. Is going to line up. There's a horse named Far Gambit that's going to be lining up. That's really popular in your section for some reason. There's a lot of devils that are really up for the Far Gambit. The third one is Blinks with an X. Blinx. Okay. The fourth one is the Cursed Calvary. I tell you what, that's a great name. And then we got the fifth one is called Sunshroud. And the last one is Retribution.
Oh boy.
That sounds like it should be a real racehorse name.
It should be.
You know?
It probably is somewhere.
It probably, yeah. Probably is. As they're all betting and everything, do we see these horses being like lined up for the race?
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like down below you can see that there are some devilish assistants that are moving the nightmare flaming horses out into these gates down below. You can see there's strangely dressed in different colored jockeys that are all look like horned devils. Like their jockey outfits have like the spikes of their horns just like jolting out through their shirts and stuff, where their horns have just ripped these jerseys to shreds, and they've got little jockey hats, but when they put them on, the spikes like shoot through the hats.
It's probably a long shot because of wherever we're sitting, and I've never seen creatures like this, but can I look at them and see if any of them are necessarily looking like stronger or bigger or whatever than the others? Sicker, lamer, like as they're lining up.
Really, as they're lining up, it looks like it's a pretty equal field, especially from the distance that you're at too, like being in the stands.
Then can whoever's shouting the loudest next to us,
okay,
about his bet, can I insight check that devil to see if he's like truly thinks he has a sure thing going, or if he's like it's gambling and he's desperate?
Yeah, go ahead, make an insight check on it. Sure.
All right, and we have advantage on those still. Hooray! That's not gonna. Oh.
You feel like, based off of his excitement, he's very convinced that Far Gambit is going to be the victor of this race. But on the second note, like most of these guys around you, this is all out gambling, and they're just in it because they enjoy the wins and the losses, man. This is what it's all about.
Can I roll a perception check on the jockeys themselves? Just scanning from where I'm at.
Oh,
just to
sure.
see who seems to be the lightest.
Oh, you want to see those are the lightest in.
C4, this is our problem. They got a plan in place. We had nothing.
Oh, we're also just like
23.
not ready to like get ourselves in trouble right away.
From what you can tell, it's like you're not super close, and these are all devils, so you're not exactly like sure, like with their jockey outfits on, like what their muscle mass is, and from this far. But the shortest one, the one that seems to be a little bit lighter, might be the one that's riding on the back of Blinks.
Okay. I'll let Hazel know. Blinks looks like it has a light rider on it. You might want to take a look at that one if you're going to bet on anything.
Well, do we want to bet or do we
thank
want
you
to
so
watch
much,
one?
Spin Lippy, for the subscription. Appreciate that.
Appreciate the good luck. We're gonna need it.
Yes, thank you.
We split the party, so we're gonna need it.
No, not we. Two of us split the party.
Sorry. Hazel, Kior, and Selena are gonna need the luck. Because Forrest and Orca got this locked down.
Sir, just remember I have your address and I know where you live.
And, just as a reminder for the races, I think I said this last time, but I want to make sure I remind you and clarify. If you place a bet and that horse wins, you receive 3 times. It's triple the payout. If you place a bet on a horse and it gets second place, you get double your payout. If your horse doesn't win first or second, you get nothing back. Your bet is just, it's all gone.
Hazel looks at Selena and Kior. Do we want to just watch one and see how a race actually runs here? If it's like normal races or if it's different than what we're used to before we place any bets?
Selena hasn't taken her eyes off of the field since they sat down, kind of completely ignoring letting them be the smart ones. She's just mesmerized by these creatures. And she just like nods her head, yeah. We'll wait. I don't want to miss a single second. And you can just tell, like, while she's talking, just the excitement in her voice.
Hazel's gonna be even more annoying to everyone around her. And is gonna take Selena with her consent and put her on her shoulders. So Selena has the clearest view of this field possible. Because this is important to her.
You hear a devil behind you. Hey, down in front!
I just kind of look over my shoulder at him and just smirk and kind of let like my Furbolg fangs hang down and say, "You can fit in another seat."
Make an intimidation check for me.
Where is my? There it is.
I'll glare at him too
Does
to
she
help
get
her.
advantage because she's got a halfling warrior on top of her?
So I've got a halfling with a lot of swords on top of me.
I'd say in this instance it's a devil, so no.
That's fine. This probably isn't gonna go well. Yeah, that's even.
You see the devil like look over the devil next to him, and just like it's a much smaller devil, like grabs him, picks him up, and then slides over to the seat beside him and puts the smaller devil in the seat behind you.
See,
The devil just
we can all get
glares.
along. And I will like kind of keep my awareness like behind me, like listening for movement behind me from those two. But I'm fully intent on Selena needs to enjoy one race without anyone screwing it up for her.
Oh, Spin Lippy, thanks for the 1,000 bits. Appreciate that. Whoa.
Nice.
They're betting on us to win.
So so you guys want to just watch this first race? Is that the intent, or are you just going to watch this first one, see how it goes? Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, it looks like they're finishing lining the gates, getting all the horses in position. While they're doing that, we'll go ahead and jump to the other party, to the maze, once again, as we keep on hopping back and forth here. So as we visit the maze, we zoom back into Forrest leading Orcon through these strange, dim-lit black stone hallways. Go ahead, and I need an additional check from you. Investigation.
Not a good one.
Ooh, not a good one. That will fail unless you want to add something to it.
Nah, kind of want to see what happens.
Okay.
Ride the fail.
Ride the fail. So you guys you kind of come into it. It's like a identical circle chamber. After a couple of turns, you come to like an identical circle chamber from the one that you were just in. This one doesn't have a blue bubbling liquid on the floor, though. In the center of it, you can see that there is this beautiful looking, it would be like ceramic vase, like in the center. Seems to be about, I don't know, 3 feet tall of a vase. And it looks like it's filled to the top with talons. It's just sitting there in the center of the room. One of these floating orb lights kind of seem to cast a light down on it, giving that like a center light in the room, just shining down on top of it.
Oh, Con, your eyes are a little better than mine. You see anything else in this room?
I'm gonna take a step like more towards the entrance of the room, sort of crane my head, looking around to see everything as it's sort of opening up.
Yeah.
Do I see anything else in this room?
You got True Sight. Let me
Yep.
double check something really fast on True Sight. It's always
Gonna take a couple minutes looking at that vase too. That very nice vase. Make sure that it's not a toothy monstrosity. Learned my lesson.
See what It's not a boon of True Sight. Let's see. I guess it'd be right here. Let's see.
Hold on, I
True
can
Sight.
paste it in for
You see normal in darkness. You can see normal and magical darkness, invisibility. Invisible condition, visual illusion. Okay. Yeah.
Visual illusions. Any shape changes, I see their original form.
Oh, and you can see into the ethereal plane as well. I forgot about that. That's cool. True form. Okay, I will tell you this, Orcon, as you're looking at this vase, this beautiful vase, you can see 2 things. Number 1, the bottom of the vase itself. You don't think that, even though those talons look like they're filled to the top, you don't think it goes all the way to the bottom. So, for instance, there might be a false bottom in there higher up, making it look like there's more talons in this vase as there actually is. Okay?
Okay.
There still are some in there. You can definitely tell that. But it may not be as much as you would expect when you start to get closer in. The second thing that you see is about 10 feet on either side of the vase is what looks to be some sort of strange elementalish air elemental.
Sort of like an unseen servant type.
Yes, if you could see an unseen servant.
Okay.
If it was an air elemental type with all these wisps of air energy, like just zapping around, buzzing around like mini tornadoes sitting there. There are 3 of them that are just standing stationary, staring at the vase.
No acknowledgement of us whatsoever, just focused on it.
Just focused on the vase.
Well, there do seem to be some talons in the jar. There are also 3 invisible, shall we call them gods, focused on this.
Guards or god? Because that's 2 very different words.
Guard with the R. They may be gods. I don't know them all. It is possible, but I'd like to assume there would not be 3 of them guarding a small, not even a jackpot, really. I get the sensation that this vase isn't even full.
They're just staring at it.
Yes, they haven't acknowledged us at all. My assumption that they are so focused on it is if one of us is to walk near that, something is going to happen. So perhaps we bypass this as it doesn't appear to be a soul coin.
Yeah, if you think so. We don't really need the talents particularly.
I don't think so. And somewhere I have a small hazel on my shoulder saying, "Stay away, stay away."
Shall we just try the next field?
Yes, might as well just sort of... If you stick along this wall, you can be further enough away that you won't bump into this. I wonder if you would bump into him. Let's not find out.
So you guys gonna just kind of like
guide...
go around the outside edge? Yeah. And as you move into the room and go around the edge of the circle, you're watching them. They're just looking at the vase. They don't ever turn towards you guys at all. Even if you're not trying to be like super sneaky or whatever, they don't even look at you. They don't acknowledge your presence. They're just one on each side of this vase, just like looking towards it. And you guys are free to exit on the other side and continue on in the maze.
If we get to the other side, we're looking for... I wonder what would happen if I used Mage Hand. But just keep walking away. Not actually
Oh,
gonna
pissed them off all the same. Plus, you're concentrating on enhanced ability rate.
Go ahead and give me another investigation check, leader. $15. A failure as you're navigating through the maze. Would you like to try to make it a success with...
Yeah, I say we keep pushing.
Keep it? Okay.
So, I'm on board. He's the leader. I'm following behind. I'm trusting him.
Okay, excellent.
He's leading. I'm just warning us if there's hidden people.
You see there's a massive... it opens up again after a few turns, few intersections. One of these intersections actually like turns around like a true maze, like wraps around and almost like going on the other side of the wall. You're taking your best guess, and it opens up into another 30-foot circular chamber. This one you can see has a slick black stone floor, but there are 5 identical treasure chests, equidistant, separated in a circle around this room.
So those are obviously trapped, right?
It certainly feels that way. I'm going to take a look at one of them.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Too close. I got swallowed by a chest once. 20.
20. I mean, it looks like a treasure chest to you. They all look exactly the same as you're looking over them. Like there's no difference in them at all. It's like 5 identical chests. They're all facing kind of like the center.
I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it. They all look identical to me.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose I can try to open it. Could poke it
I'm going to sort of loop the room once. I just look at each one of them. Do I see anyone that sort of jumps out to point towards them?
They all look the same.
Orgon's gonna lie. Orgon circles and points at the second chest. I suppose this one's as good as any.
Yeah, I'll give it a try.
All right, you just gonna try to walk up and open it for us?
Pretty much.
Okay. Forrest walks up. You start to open the chest. And the chest bites down onto your arm. As when the chest opens up, there's a massive, like double rows of teeth and this nasty tongue that just like lurches out. And it's going to try to make an attack against you.
Oh, God damn it, these things are everywhere.
Aren't they? Let's see if I can open it up here. And yep, it's just going to make a bite attack against you. Let's see how it does. It's not going to succeed. It's not going to bite through your armor. So it just like chomps down on top of your armor, not piercing anything. But then that's when you guys notice all 5 of the chests animate, and their tongues like slather out, and eyes like pop open, and there are actually 5 of them in this room. All 5 of them were mimics. So you guys can go ahead and
mimics will be fine.
click on your tokens, and you guys can roll initiative. And I'm just going to drag a mimic token out here so I can kind of keep track of these guys. There's no map for it, so...
Floating mimics.
Oh, what? Are mimics really not considered shape changers? Huh.
I don't believe so.
Mimics are weird in that they don't have a true form.
Yes, they don't.
Oh, bloody hell.
Oh, wait, no, wait. I apologize. Wait. They do have on here, but these are the old rules. I don't know if they changed them.
Let's take it.
Wait, let's see. It says shape changer. The mimic can use its action to polymorph into an object or back into its true amorphous form. Its statistics are the same in each form. Okay, so technically I'm going to use these rules. I'm going to backtrack, and I'm going to say you would have seen some, instead of chests, Orcon, with your true sight, since these do have that shape changer feature on there, you would have just seen like a weird amorphous kind of blob, kind of like an ooze almost type thing with yeah, then you guys wouldn't have touched anything. Yeah.
I'd point at the other side of the room and say, run.
Run? Why?
Remember the chest that tried to eat me?
Yeah, it was
there are
quite easy
5
to
of
deal
them.
with. Yeah, true. We don't need to bother, I suppose. They never have anything in them when they're not real.
Yeah, I don't believe they do. I don't remember what happened when after the last one tried to eat me.
We've killed at least 2, and neither of them had any.
Well, then perhaps we just bypass it?
Yeah, suppose so.
I'd like to not get too killed by Hazel.
Yeah, it's either the chests or Hazel, so it's really kind of...
That's a fair point, and I can hit the chest back.
I mean, you can just do your little psychic static ball thing, and it'll probably deal with all of them, honestly.
Yes, but that just... Why bother? We're here for coins.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just out of curiosity, I looked at the new monster manual, and it does say they have a bonus action called Shapeshift. The mimic shapeshifts, which basically is an effect such as like a wild shape or polymorph, to resemble a medium or small object while retaining its game's stats, or it returns into its true blob form. So they kind of tried to address that in the new monster manual.
It's good, I think.
Not really sure if it clears it up or not, but
Yeah.
looks like they were making an effort. Yeah, so you guys bypass the mimic room and and move further on into the maze. We're going to shift back over, and the gates have just dropped on this first horse race. And you can see these spiked devils. I don't know what they're called. The little, like, the stick things that the jockeys hold on to that they kind of, like, have to, entice entice the horse. Is it crop? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's a riding crop.
Yeah, riding crops. So they're just using these like little riding crops, even though they probably don't really need them. These nightmare horses are just mean in general, and they just like tear out and start running across, like galloping through. You can see the fire off from just pouring off of their hooves as they just glance across the track as they're moving. You can see. Let me get my list of names back.
If it helps, if you scroll up, it's in roll 22.
Oh, you can see Far Gambit begins taking like a really commanding lead in the race as that guy that was sitting next to you, Hazel, is like ecstatic, like going nuts. I said, I can Far Gambit. That's it. Yes. Like just shouting at the top of his lungs. And then you can see as they're getting about halfway down the backstretch, Far Gambit starts to drift a little bit. It seems like maybe jumped the gun a little bit too much in the beginning of the race. And you can see that Chicanery and Retribution are coming up strong, and they basically overtake Far Gambit on the inside and outside. And then you hear just these blood-curdling screams of pain come from your neighbor who bet so many talons on Far Gambit. It's like, no, what is happening? You can't be doing this to me. And like just like going crazy over there. But then like Blinks starts rolling up through, and Blinks kicks in, and you can see the Horn Devil in the back of Blinks is kind of just gesturing and just encouraging Blinks head on through, and Cursed Cavalry kind of coming right up in the wake, using the draft to kind of make ground on the other nightmare racing horses. Boy, Sunshroud's having a real tough time back there. It's been kind of at the back the whole time, really struggling to make any waves whatsoever. They get around their turn, going around corner number 3, heading into corner number 4. Chicanery starts to take a little bit of a headway against Retribution, and you guys can see that Cursed Cavalry is coming in hot. Poor Far Gambit has now drifted, and even Sunshroud has caught up to Far Gambit, and Far Gambit looks like that runner in the back is just like, am I gonna make it to the end? Maybe I can do it. Maybe I can. It's just really struggling. And the guy that bet on Far Gambit next to you is just curled up in his chair in tears right now. Just really having a bad day. And then as they're coming to the finish line, Retribution starts to fade, and that's when Cursed Cavalry overtakes Retribution for second place, tries to make a run for first place, but Chicanery just out-edges Cursed Cavalry. Chicanery taking the win, with Cursed Cavalry coming in second in this race. Far Gambit does eventually cross the finish line, much to the chagrin of the devil, who is almost unconscious because of all the crying that he's done in his chair the last 2 minutes.
Yes, the name was fitting. It's a far part from me.
That's it. But you can see, like, there's a bunch of cheers from people around the stadium, of people who had got their winnings from their bets and are really cashing in. And those were the results from your first race. It seemed like pretty much a normal horse race. There wasn't, from what you guys could tell, there wasn't a whole lot of no good happening within the jockeys and stuff. It looked like it was, from in all fairness, a fair race.
Hazel looks up at Selena and takes a moment to just see her friend having fun watching this, but then we'll just say to her, so what was special about Chicanery to win?
Put me on the spot.
Just think about it before our next bets. I've got talents that I trust you to put bets on if you want.
Oh no. She just starts like trying to play back everything that she just saw, and she's like, they move so fast, it's hard to keep track, but I think oh goodness. She just is so excited. She's like, I can't pick just one reason why. It just was so perfect. It all just panned out. She said, I think that one was the most well rested. The other ones might have had another race or two earlier in the day.
Interesting. Good to... I hadn't thought about that. If they're tired. And then
The guy
whenever...
next to us.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
when that devil comes back around with the betting sheets,
Mm-hmm.
I will ask him if he has the list of all of the races for the day. Because that will tell us who's run before and who hasn't.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of see another one of those devils like walking around with a race sheet. And it does appear to you that there, like, as you're going through there have been a couple of those nightmares that did just race there. That was their multiple. Far Gambit has actually raced twice already in the day. So that probably had something to do with it. Retribution raced once earlier in the day and actually won one of the events from some of the information that you gather. But also you can see that they're going to have one more race in roughly about 20 to 30 minutes. And the list of combatant, the erasers, much to your surprise, you can see that the first one that stands out to you is Marshmallow is going to race. So Marshmallow's on the docket. There's also a horse named Blaze that's going to be racing. There's a horse named Fireburst that's going to be racing. There's a horse named Sundance Colt. Midnight Torch. And the last one is called Red Pepper.
Oh. So, looking at the race sheet, have they all raced today?
As you're looking over there, Blaze has raced once, and Marshmallow has raced once.
Does it say how long ago they raced?
They were
Like a few
earlier
back?
on, yeah.
I look at Selena and Kior and go, I'm willing to place a bet if you two have a good feeling.
I'm gonna do a perception check. Can I see the horse?
Not yet. They haven't kind of transferred over to the new horses yet, so it'll be a few minutes before that happens.
Can we get closer to them because they're still kind of just waiting?
You could try to get down to the stables and look at them in the stables, but you're not sure if you'd be allowed in.
Selena's gonna look at Hazel and say, I'm not sure if I want to bet on something that I can't see until the last minute. Would you two be okay if we ventured down to the stables before we make that decision? We only have so much time before we have to go meet the other two anyway.
Yeah, I'm sure they're fine, so they'll be on time, unlike us, most likely. Let's go see if we can take a look. Maybe we can use your material plane horse knowledge to our advantage and convince them that you know a bit more than would appear. Help them win. Just gotta convince one devil, right? How hard can that be? And I'll get Selena off my shoulder so that she can walk on her own, and we'll... Kior's ready. We'll start winding our way down the bleachers and looking for the stables or
As you guys are going to
Jockeys
the
walking a certain
stables,
way.
as you guys are going down to the stables, I'll give you something to think about while we switch over to the maze group. Imagine that you went to the Kentucky Derby.
Okay.
Most people are not allowed down there. So you might want to think about how you're going to get into the stables.
I have ideas. Don't worry.
Is there a devil dog hot dog stand around?
There you go. But as you guys are thinking about that and heading towards the stables, we're going to switch back over to our maze friends who are moseying through more of these, what seems like endless intersections. Go ahead and give me a roll, investigation check, Forrest.
Yep. Natural 20.
Oh,
Hey,
look at
there
that.
we go.
A
Had to have a
success with a natural 20. So you guys come upon another 30-foot circular stone chamber. Inside, you can see in the center with one light shining down on it, this time an elegantly carved iron chest, clearly locked with a massive iron padlock on the front of it. Nothing else seems to be present in the room.
Really nothing else in the room?
Yes, nothing else.
And it's not a mimic?
Doesn't appear to look like a blob to you. Hey, thanks so much for the follow. We appreciate it.
121.
I'm not so good at opening locks the careful way.
Well, so, can I take a moment and check and see if it's trapped?
Also a good point.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Investigation check for me.
Okay. No. Which way are you?
You give it
25.
a good look over. I mean, if it's trapped, somebody did a really good job of hiding it, because you don't see
Okay.
anything that would show you that it's trapped.
Gonna go into my pouch, take out the thieves' tools I bought. And I'm gonna try to unlock it.
Go for it. I need a sleight of hand check from you.
That's a 10.
10 is not going to succeed. Would you like to boost it with some of your chat help?
Sure, why not? You know what? I saw Mr. Elliott gave us a D8 earlier. I'll try a D8.
Oh, using the D8. All right.
Come on, D8. 17?
Good D8.
That's 7. That's a great D8. So that
Thank you,
raises.
Mr. Elliott.
Look at that, Mr. Elliott coming in big because you needed a 5 to do it. And that 7, with that 7, you hear the click and the padlock loosens. And you've successfully
I wish we could look
unlocked.
so much easier. Flip it open and see what we got inside.
As it screeches open, you can see there is a bed of 100 talons sitting inside, but you also discover there are 3 soul coins in this chest.
Look at that. We found them all at once.
Well, isn't that wonderful? I wonder if there are more.
I'm sure there are, but
We still have to find our way
keep an
out.
eye
So
as we look for the exits.
we're just gonna scoop up the. You said it's 100 talons.
100 talons and 3 soul coins inside this chest.
Tell you what, you paid for our entry fee. I won't mention the talents to everyone else.
I appreciate that, especially since I paid for all the talents myself.
That's what I mean is, you paid our way, and here you get a little bit extra.
And then we'll take the 3 soul coins as well.
Mm-hmm.
Dash them in
As,
my bag until
actually,
we
as
go
you
to the,
hold a soul coin, when you first pick it up, there's a strange whisper that, like, you can hear from the coin itself.
hold it up to my ear. certainly not disconcerting.
Soul coin might be a bit literal, I think.
Yes, I didn't realize it would talk to me. I'm just gonna put it in my backpack.
They're generally damned souls in the first place. I don't know if there's much we can do to really help them.
I'm not going to worry about that. We have bigger demigods to fry. Demi-rich.
Sure. So that was all that was in this chamber. And as you collect those coins, you can move out into the hall once again. Go ahead and give me another roll for leading through the maze.
23?
Oh, another success. Look at that. Look at that. You come around a bend, and there is a circular chamber.
Everywhere we go, circular chambers.
They're all the same size too, 30 foot. This one has some smaller like flower vases around the border, and there are flowers of various colors, like beautiful floral arrangements within each vase, leaving off this beautiful scent, filling the chamber with it. You can see there is a small wooden chest that's sitting in the center of the room that's just wide open, and you can see there's a bed of talons inside of it. And then on the far side of the room, there is a strange carved stone door that you guys, as you look at it with a roll of a 23, seems like maybe the exit.
Yeah, I mean, we mostly got what we came here for.
Yes, I suppose we could always hurry over and try to surprise them.
Yeah, I mean, we might as well take what's in this open chest as well. We don't want to just leave it here.
That's a very valid point. Are you collecting it or should I?
Yeah, I'll collect it.
You can cash in. You get
we can split this one.
75 talons are in this smaller chest here.
25 more. All right. No soul coins in here, though?
No soul coins. No.
So
I saved that one for your natural 20.
If I sell these to him, that'll get us another 1,500 talent.
Quite a lot, actually. It's like 15,000 gold when we trade them back in.
Gonna take so much work to carry it all.
So they just got a bag of holding.
Yes, but she's not here.
We're not going to trade it in for the gold immediately. The 1,500's far easier.
Fair enough. Let's hurry along then.
Forrest and Orcon just come back to you guys, and their pockets are just like overflowing. They can barely walk.
From a backpack.
We sound like
Backpack
me
too.
from Peter Pan.
A bunch
Yes.
of
I
coins
was
just like
thinking
falling
Shmi,
and rolling
yes.
across the
Yeah.
floor.
All the jewel gold sticking out of the shirt. Just ching, 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 ching.
Yes. Yeah, so you guys grab these coins as well and exit the door.
All right, we could go back, but seems like a rather
you're-
hassle. I don't want to be late.
We're playing a game. It's called Follow the Leader.
All right, let's get out of here then.
All right. So with
Yeah,
that, you
that
guys, you open the door. There's a little bit of a misty hall, but then you can see like some stone steps that lead upwards. And you start to move through that mist, that little bit of fog, and you end up back in that skybox area that you guys started out in before. But right now we're going to transition to the other group as you guys are finishing that maze up, and we're going to go back to the racetrack. As you guys can see that the other horses are now, the other horses that were racing before are kind of getting put back into the stable area as you guys are making your way down there. Have you guys put in any thought into what you guys were going to do.
We have a couple ideas floating. I think
Mhm.
Hazel's gonna do what she always does, which is also true for her. She doesn't know the rules. So she's not gonna know that she's not allowed down there, really. Like, part of her knows. It's probably the part that's hung out with Selena the longest knows. We're not, like, allowed everywhere. There's rules in places. But, yeah, Hazel's just gonna walk in because she's so, like, just weird is how I picture Hazel. She's just gonna walk like she's supposed to be there.
Okay.
And start just moving, heading, like, following where they're taking the horses back, and assuming that's where we'll start to see the next round of horses come from, because we're looking for the, what's it called, Selena? The
I mean,
hot,
the hot walker, the show pen.
Chopin, yeah.
Okay.
They,
Yeah,
we're hoping for
most like
that.
Yeah.
you can see they're not super fancy here. It looks like they only got kind of like one stable area. And it looks like most of those horses that have just raced, they're kind of bypassing the stables, almost like they're getting ready to leave the venue to some other place where you're not really sure where, the way this place is set up. But you can see as you guys are getting closer to the stables, there is a massive looking devil standing at the door of the stables. Let me see if I can get a handout to show you what this devil looks like. Show to players, show to everyone. This is what that devil looks like at the door. And is like standing there, doesn't have the weapon in hand. It's kind of clipped to like a belt with like a loincloth hanging down, and he's just got his arms kind of crossed like this, beaming orange eyes, and massive wings kind of folded up on his back, just standing there, just staring out next to the door of the stables.
Selena takes one look at him and hides behind Hazel.
When Selena ducks behind, Hazel's gonna use all the interaction of everyone, like, crossing in front of her, and all of this happening, like all the movement down here, and she's going to quickly boop boop boop. Let me double check how I do this. Pat both of her friends on their shoulders, and just say, "I trust you guys to figure it out. Don't take too long." And I pat them, and I'm going to upcast invisibility.
Okay.
So they can both go invisible. And I'm hoping with, like, all the crowd and the movement and stuff, like the giant horses, all of this, and then me being so big that they're just gonna kind of, like, with the crowd.
Okay. So Kior and Selena, you guys both go invisible.
And I say, meet me back at the bleachers so we can make our bets, and then I will continue walking like I was.
Mm-hmm.
Not directly at the pit fiend, because I'm not trying to cause that much of a fight.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm trying to be a distraction point, too.
Okay.
And I'll let them do what they do.
Okay.
Just go ask him which way to the bathroom.
I might. We're gonna see how this goes. See, I'll keep walking like I'm looking for something, and stopping, like, observing the horses that are being led back, and just kind of looking at, like, the betting sheet that I probably, like, just grabbed off of somebody or one of those betting guys to pretend like I'm just trying to figure it out.
Sure. Absolutely.
And I leave the rest to Kior and Selena at this point.
So this devil is standing right in front of the doors.
Yeah, there's like they're propped open, but you can see that he's like just standing to the right of them. So it looks like it would be like two massive double doors to one end of the stable. You guys would presume there's another set of doors on the other side that leads out to the track. So this is the one coming from where they would kind of like load in the horses. There's another one where they'd go out towards the track area. But that would be... if you get a little closer to check it out, you could.
Stealth.
Okay, go ahead and make a stealth roll.
Advantage because of invisibility, yeah? Oh, please.
I don't think we're gonna need it.
23. Nice, yeah. So you get a little closer. You're kind of using the crowd to your benefit as well, even though you're invisible, just in case. You know, don't want anybody hearing your steps, or it's kind of like a dusty ground down here when you're getting closer to the stable, so you don't want to spur any of that up to cause any reason for speculation. You can kind of see through, and it does look like those doors in the back are open. The thing is they are over kind of like a fence area. So to get to the doors in the back, you'd have to climb a fence to move around the other side of the stable.
Okay. I can attempt to climb the fence.
Now, you're both invisible, so neither of you can see each other.
Right.
So just keep that in mind as well.
I will have that perception of looking down on the ground to see if I see footsteps, by the way.
Selena would have grabbed like the corner of his like cloak or jacket or something, so they didn't get separated, because you said that it was kind of packed.
Yeah, you do feel the pressure of the halfling kind of just pulling just slightly on your clothing as you're moving about your cloak.
How far is that devil from that gate or the fence we're climbing?
If you go back around like the right side,
okay, so
50 to 60 feet.
So he's not an eye shot at us.
Yeah, the fence would not be an eye shot. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
How big he is? Sorry, Kior, but with how big this devil is, with his wings and everything, does he fully block the door that we can see?
He's not standing right in the center of it.
Mm-hmm.
So not like he's kind of off to the right of it, but he is like taking up half of it. If he moved over and stood in the middle of it, he'd probably take up most of the space.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
He's considered a large creature.
Okay. Okay, I'm trying to decide if I want to be a problem or not.
Do it.
Hazel's gonna look at this pit fiend.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if he'll understand me, but she doesn't care. Excuse me, friend, question for you. It's the last bet of the day, and I need to make a good one. Any advice? And I'll turn the sheet towards him, and I'll go to like the side where if he like moves over more, there's like a free entry into that doorway. Like if he just takes like a few more steps, they could probably get behind him.
Okay.
Like I'll split the winnings with you. I have quite a bit to spend.
Ooh.
I don't do any of that kind of dealing.
Always worth asking for help. We're new here. Clearly I'm new here. And I'm just,
I can tell.
Wanting to make the right bet.
You belong in the stands.
About that, I am not good at directions. And I came down here looking for the bathroom and trying to decide on my bet, and now I'm a little lost. Can you help me? Which way do I... And she like turns around like she's so completely stupid and lost.
Use the balcony walkway between A36 and A38.
Hazel starts walking towards wherever Z is. She has...
You know Chris Farley? When he's like a security guard in a movie where he just kind of does that?
Yeah.
That's what I'm imagining. It's Chris
Yeah.
Farley.
Hazel walks the wrong direction on purpose. So that hopefully he's just like, God, and he like doesn't come after her, but moves. You know?
He just stands there and watches you walk in the wrong direction. It's-
When he doesn't come after me, I will I'm gonna get myself killed by this thing probably. I'm gonna go like around like the way that that he didn't direct me, and when I get 120 feet away, I'll stop, spin around a lot, and then look back at him and message him. I'm still lost.
You get a message back in your head that says, because you walked the wrong way.
You wouldn't show me the way. You said letters. I don't know letters. I'm a furball.
The letters are clearly posted in the beginning of each section.
I don't know what an A looks like. What's an A? No one taught me.
Put
Just-
letters up, they said. It would help the newcomers, they said.
She's just now Hazel's like crying. She's A, because she's a little nervous for her friends, but B, she's like actually frustrated to be in another place where the rules are not the same. And she doesn't know what to do, so her voice starts to actually get that little like sound as she's messaging this guy constantly to argue with him about help me, help me, help me. I'm just doing what I can to be a distraction at this point.
Sure. Yeah, what are you guys doing while this is taking place?
Yep. Laughing under my breath.
Oh, the whole thing's off. Kior's hurt. He's on the floor rolling and laughing.
I'm gonna attempt to climb the fence.
Okay,
Is
sure.
that what is that? A climb? No.
It'd be athletics.
Athletics? Okay.
Hmm.
Selena will join him.
Okay. Oh, piece of cake. It's not a very high fence. You guys hop right over onto the other side. Now you're the equivalent of like being almost on the track. As you guys have moved out in this area, there's a little edge of the building that kind of shifts out, but if you just go around the corner, you'll be able to go into the back doors of this stable area.
Is there any ground that our footsteps would show on, or is it?
Yeah, this is like really smooth, like reddish dirt. And it looks like as you get closer to where it opens up, the doorway, it gets into like that, like thicker, almost like a mud type.
Gotcha.
It definitely has a little bit of moisture to it, so it doesn't kick up a bunch of dust.
I'm gonna roll my stealth.
Okay, yeah. If you guys want to make stealth checks, you can do so with advantage.
Just roll twice.
Oh man.
A 32 and a 20. Very nice. So you guys sneak around to the other side and take a peek in. And you can see that the stables are there. And you can see there are definitely 6 horses inside these stables. All that have these like, like the little horse half doors where they can kind of like peek their heads over and stuff like that. You can see that there's a couple of the Horn Devil jockeys in there. And they're kind of like, so one of them's like scrunching one of the Nightmare's chins going, yo, that's right. Absolutely, that's right. Doing that kind of thing. And while that devil is doing that, you notice another thing, though. Over on the right side, there is an extremely sneaky, looks like maybe a halfling or a gnome even, decked out in all black leathers. Even's got like a little cow like pulled up, and looks like it's going over to one of the Nightmare stables, and hanging on the outside there's like this feed bag. Is that what it's called? Like just like a There's like a bag there, and you can see him like looks like he's pulling out a small potion bottle. And he's like sneaking up to the feed bag without the devils noticing. And you guys can clearly see that he is sneaking up to Red Pepper's stall.
Can I throw a dart at his hand?
If you'd like to, you sure can.
Yeah, Selena's going to. She's pissed. Looking shady.
That does break invisibility.
Yeah, you wouldn't be invisible anymore if you did that.
But Kior still would be.
Kior would still technically be invisible.
But you will just be visible in this space with a bunch of devils and nightmares.
Uh-oh.
I mean, hey, do what you're gonna do.
Do it.
Yeah.
I'm on board for
Selena's
the
gonna do
chaos.
She's
Let Hazel kill Selena, not work on Forest.
No.
Selena's
still gonna
not
blame you
messing
guys.
around. This thing looks shady. She's not even thinking.
Go ahead and roll an attack with your dart with advantage for me, please.
Question real quick. Before she even does that,
Mhm.
I did roll a 34 on my perception. I was trying to figure out that potion, what color it was. Did I kind of notice what it, coloration or anything like
Is it a
that?
good potion or a bad
I
potion?
might be able to give you a color, but probably this is all happening kind of fast. So more information, it might not be as easy to tell. Let me see if I can find this information really quick.
If anything, I would love to see the reaction of the horse. If we want to use it that way. If it gobbles it up real quick,
Okay, so to your first glance, it looks like a yellow liquid that seems to have like a glittery sparkle to it.
Okay. And is the horse eating out of the feed bag still?
Yeah, he's looks like he's getting ready to uncork it, and he's going towards the feed bag of Red Pepper's stall.
No one checked to see who was ranking in this one. Damn.
We have the list. Red Pepper's in the next race. We just don't know.
But we don't know the ranking of the horse. Like if it's the highest ranking one, we know someone's trying to foul it.
Yeah.
Situation.
Or they could be putting something to help it and give it a.
Yeah.
It's the favorite. Let's make sure it wins.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That would be on Selena to see the horse's reaction then.
So you're trying to see the horse's reaction to this before you throw a dart? Or are you going ahead and you whipping the dart?
Well, he was looking shady.
He's looking very shady. Like he is, you can tell he is sneaking up.
Am I still muted?
No, Michael is muted.
No, she means Michael.
It's muted in Discord. Yep.
Yes, I am. I was just saying, don't forget that if you make an attack, you lose your invisibility.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the question is, do you think he's trying to fix the race, or is he trying to kill the horse?
And if you got a high animal handling, then you will be able to see if what the behavior of the horse is.
I do
be a
have
better
high
bet.
animal handling.
Yeah.
But
Selena will just ready a dart,
But not throw.
and not throw it. But
Okay.
she'll tighten her grip on Kior's like jacket or something, and like start shaking, like trying to decide, like, do I do it? Do I not? Do I do it? Do I not? Like, worried that this is gonna be bad for the nightmare.
Aikpod, thanks for the subscription. Man, we had a bunch of subs tonight. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate all the support.
Everybody lapsed while we were off.
That's right. Yeah, we took 1 week off, and man, everybody's got to resub.
Yeah.
We do appreciate it, guys.
I'm going to whisper to Selena. See how the horse behaves.
Yeah, as he approaches, like you can watch him. He's looking over his shoulder to make sure that those devils over in the corners are still like just crunching up to the other nightmares and getting them ready for the race. He pops the cork of this potion bottle and just like looks around and up to the feed bag and just dumps the potion into the feed bag. And then takes the potion bottle, puts the cork, and then just slides it back into his pocket, covers it back up, and then just like starts sneaking away really fast, right in your direction.
Ooh! Jesus Christ.
What do you do?
Let him go.
It
Start
starts
choking him out in the
running-
middle of the stables. That's also you lose invisibility and it's weird for half a second.
And actually
I will-
starts to kind of like run a little bit and directly towards you guys, and then it runs into you because you're invisible.
I would-
It goes and like gets tripped up and falls down and like lands in the dirt right there at the edge of the doorway and is like, oh, what the hell? And then you can see here one of the horn devils in the background that's scrunching and stumbles over. He's trying to be really quiet, like looking back over towards the horn devils over there, the jockeys, and it's like, what the hell? And starts like then just like scoot really quickly off to the outside edge, and gets out and kind of hides around the corner of the door. Are you guys doing anything at this point? Or just watching?
Stealthing.
Just continue to stealth? Okay, yeah, you guys can keep your last roll. You guys have been stealth the whole time with your invisibility. He didn't seem to see you. He just ran into you unexpectedly as he was trying to escape out the way you guys were coming in. And he sits over and he's like, you can see he's just like looking in. Some of the devils just like, must have been nothing. Go look at you, scoochie, scoochie, scoochie. And goes back to what he was doing. It's like, and then you hear this noise like, is there somebody there? What? And he just like looks in the general direction of where he ran into something. Is someone there?
Just those horses.
You guys stay completely silent? What about you, Selena?
I'm so tempted to just like try and kick a rock or something in that general direction, but worried that this gnome thing is gonna see me do it and be like, wait, there's something there, and sound the alarm, and then we're in trouble.
Okay, so you both stay completely silent?
I am.
Okay. You hear the gnome just kind of usher, like, say under his breath, weird. And then just kind of drifts back, and then basically goes this, like, sneaks off the way you guys came, like goes back to where you guys climbed the fence. You see him like skitter up the fence and then disappear to the other side.
Damn. Would casting Hunter's Mark break it?
I think casting a spell does break invisibility. I think it specifies attack or cast a spell. Yeah.
I have a feeling it does. Okay, never mind.
Would them responding to a message from me break? Because I'm casting, they're just talking.
It's in our head, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they could respond to you without a break in invisibility. But does your spell require you to be able to see them, or does it just like point in a direction? That's the other thing with invisible creatures is it's harder to target them with spells.
Message is just within range.
Got it.
It's
Yep.
within range, and as you point towards a creature within range, like just towards them and like thinking about them, it seems, and then target, and only the target hears the message and can reply in a whisper.
Sure.
You'll have to point in the right direction.
They're in the stable. Or I assume they're in the stable. I'm still also messaging the pit fiend. Complaining about
How many times do I gotta tell you? Section A.
what does an A look like?
A. We have it in every language posted.
I never learned to read. I was asking you to pick a horse because I can't read the names. And she's just, and then as he's like getting annoyed with me, I will quick just
So
message.
frustrating.
I will throw a message behind him into the
Look,
stable.
lady, it's right over there. I keep telling you gotta walk back that way.
Hazel's sitting on the
Oh.
ground, like she's having a breakdown, and still messaging the pit fiend. And then we'll, at one point, like while she's like fake crying, we'll throw a message behind him at the stables, and we'll be targeting Kior first, and then Selena. Like I'll do like the same message to both of them, going, "Are you guys okay? What's happening in there?" And they both get that in like a few second breaks because it's just a quick little.
What is your passive perception?
Mine.
Yes.
Doop doop doop. 15.
15. As you're doing this behind the stables, where you're having this mind argument with a pit fiend, you see a shifty, small, probably like 3 foot tall, humanoid individual cowled up, sneak out from the back edge of the stable, like on the opposite side, and then just kind of just like purposely run into like a crowd of people and kind of like vanish into a group of folks.
I will still have messaged Selena and Kior. Are you guys okay? What's happening? And we'll wait for a reply before I do anything about that thing.
Okay.
Is this message like 25 letters? Is that the same one?
It just says... It doesn't have like a specific limit on it, but it's meant to be like a quick
Quick, like 6-second phrase, you know.
Yeah,
just
like you can't give me a
blah.
novel. You just got to give me a message, like a quick little.
Okay.
Yeah.
Selena, you went to
I
me
hit
first?
both of you with it in case you were separated.
Okay. Gotcha.
Or like I don't know what's going on, so I'm just throwing messages, being a pain in the ass.
No, it's okay. If it's in our head, then that's not a problem. I just basically say, there's someone in here doping one of the horses. We don't know what it is, and whoever was doping them ran into us, but we're okay. That should be 25.
Good enough, and I'll wait for Selena's reply back as well.
Someone did something maybe bad. Almost started a fight. We're okay. Still pissed.
I will. I hate everything I'm about to do. I will quick throw a message back at both of them as I'm still like fake crying on the ground and annoying this pit fiend, and I'll just to both of them throw.
Fine, you can use the one between X14 and X20. It's closer, okay? Stop crying.
She's ignoring him for the moment, and will throw to both of her friends. I think I saw whatever it was leave. I'm gonna move away now because I think this guy's 2 seconds away from clubbing me. Meet me back at the bleachers. And then I will get up from the ground and will have like done my best to like rub dirt in my face to make it look like I was just truly like distraught and crying. And it probably is making my eyes tear because dirt in the eye. And I go up to the pit, not aggressively, but like forlornly, and just look at him and just go, that way? Kind of where the creature went.
To where the
thing I saw went, yeah.
Okay, yeah, it would kind of like be behind you and off to the side. It's like where you saw him go. Okay.
Yeah.
Right?
Whichever way.
I mean, he takes a glance over that way, but I mean, if you're going to use the one in A, yes.
Okay. I'm sorry. I
tried to let you go to A because, to be honest, they're a little cleaner there.
If you had just said the cleaner ones are that way and not said letters, I wouldn't have gotten so upset. I got stuck in the Feywild and my mom never got to teach me how to read.
Oh, you got stuck in the Feywild?
And now I'm stuck here and I need the money to win so I can go back. And she's just like,
I
I'll go
really
clean up
do
in the
feel
back.
bad for you. I do.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And she
Ugh,
will like,
the Feywild. Ugh.
she's doing everything in her head to like not react to like kill this guy right now. And she's tucking her ears in the most sad pose she can and sniffles a lot and turns and starts going where I thought I saw the figure move off, and so that I've annoyed this guy enough. And I'm going to like I picture it kind of like at a stadium where you're like walking. After a certain point you leave. You're not far, but you're just out of like line of sight range because it starts to curve around the track. And I'm going just to there where I can't see this guy anymore, but I can hear if problems come from the stables from my friends.
Okay.
And I'm gonna look at the crowd for any short creature that I now know is not Selena, because she responded to me from that direction.
Okay, sure.
that
Go ahead
is
and
taking a cowl off their head. Like,
go ahead and make a perception check to scope this out. I will tell you, this is going to be pretty difficult.
yeah, I have no real hopes here. I'm just 22.
It's. I'll be honest. It's a failure, but not by much.
Oh, dang it, Michael! I hate when I do that.
You
I'm not a
can
spender.
use resources.
Do it.
If it's not by much, we got Probos, and that's a 6. That's a guaranteed 6.
I'll use a Probo.
Probo gives you a 6, making it a 28. Thank you, chat. You turned that into a success.
Nice.
The difficulty was a 26. Depending on what he rolled. Well, gnome rogue in the middle of a massive crowd. So you spot him. You can see he's like he's using the gait of a much bigger humanoid creature and is walking beside them almost in stride to where it's very difficult to even see him. But it looks like he's doing that just to get to like tied behind another person, and he's using the crowd to move as stealthily as he can.
Okay, I will.
He's moving away from the stables back towards the larger grandstands.
How far away from me is this guy?
I'd say 30 feet.
Oh, okay, fine then. I will throw a message at this creature.
Okay, sure.
And I'll just go.
There. Message for you.
You get a message. You get a message. You get a message. And I will just throw out. I know what you did. Stop walking, or I'll make a scene.
The creature freezes, stops, and then the person next to him just keeps on walking. Now he's visible for a minute, and another person walks by, and he's just standing there frozen with eyes wide.
Throw it again. I'm not gonna say anything. Just stay there. Don't cause a problem, and there won't be a problem. And I'll catch up. And when I get next to it, I'll look down at the creature and just say, "Hey, friend, let's take a seat." And I will go to wherever there is a seat, and and if this creature will follow, like hopefully will follow me to sit.
Yeah.
So again, I'm not too far from my friends, but now I've got this one's attention.
Okay, and as you do that, we're going to transition to the other group really quick. As we move over back to the maze, where you guys have just come up into like the skybox area with your winnings. Exited the and you can see Kalen was over there, the vampire. He was sitting kind of relaxing behind that desk that when you guys originally approached, and it's like, look at them, and so quickly done too, I might add. Fantastic. Seems I've made some new friends today.
Well, you will once we.
Oh, excuse me?
Honestly, I was hoping for a little more of a challenge.
You made quick work of the mimic room. I saw the whole thing.
It's not. You can't blame them for it. It's How often do they have someone walk through with eyes like mine? But that being said, we did find these, and we'll pull out the 3 soul coins.
Oh!
Your mic like cut out.
Oh, I'm sorry. For some reason, it decided to mute itself.
By accident.
That was weird. I looked down at his blink. I was like, I didn't click it. Anyway, he was like, he basically said, you got really excited at the sight of these coins, and you could see this little glimmer, this little flicker in his eye. Go ahead and make insight checks for me. You both have advantage because of your Vecna boon. All right. Forrest.
I didn't get so much money from these.
Yeah. Forrest, there's not just a glimmer of like excitement there, but the same, sometimes you've been really, really hungry before, and you feel like that same kind of glimmer of like hunger is in the eyes of this vampire as well, looking at these coins.
Olcon, can I have a word for just a second before we decide what we're doing?
I suppose.
Oh, while you guys are talking over there, let me just go get all these talons ready for you. And he starts walking off back behind them.
So I think he's going to eat the coin.
And we care about this?
There's still like souls in the coins.
But you said yourself we couldn't do anything for them. If we give them to the people, they're going to use it as a power source for their motorized vehicle. At least this way, if we give him one, we get a boatload of money. But 2, it also gets us into the high rollers room where we need to get to.
And that is a very valid. It's kind of hard to balance 3 souls, like just 3 souls against stopping Vecna from doing whatever it is doing.
Oh, be pragmatic. He could destroy the entire multiplanar existence. What are these 3?
Or at least change what it means.
In the distance, you hear Kaylin say, "Oh, hear that? Jingle of all those talons!"
Alright, still do it. We do need to get into that room, but I'm not going to feel particularly good.
Yes, I don't have anything to improve your feelings on the matter, so why don't you just have a seat and we're going to reach over and give a little pat on the head. And...
Were you going to try to cast calm emotions on Forrest?
I was looking to see what I had that could have...
I just wanted to make sure we know what we're doing. It's complicated.
Yes, of course. We have done nothing that Hazel would be upset. Well, we did open that door to exit the maze.
Oh, there was actually a door, wasn't there?
But I feel like she'll have to forgive us. It was the only way out. She would have had to come and rescue us.
All the way back, and we don't even know if that would have worked.
True. Then we would have potentially had to fight those invisible monsters and the mimics. At certain one door and...
than a simple maze. For all we know, it changes every time we turn a corner.
Yes, that would have... And given how long we walked, it doesn't feel like it should be able to fit in this building.
Also, we came back into the same room, and there's only one exit from here, so it just doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah. Well, let's go collect our winnings, and perhaps we can bet on the races with the others. Maybe that in the race.
Hazel can
Wouldn't
turn
that be
into a horse, I'm
fascinating?
pretty sure.
But you could see Selena riding a Hazel. Hazel could win a race as a horse. Orcon clawed his way back up to the top of the list that Hazel's gonna kill.
I've never
You're
pulled
lucky.
something so fast in my life.
You're lucky they're not here.
Selena sneezes.
Oh,
Yeah, there's just some weird ringing in your ear. It's just strange. But yeah, you guys.
Don't know the word kill, does she?
Not yet. It's- I don't know. So you guys are approach Caitlin with the soul coins.
Yep.
Oh, fantastic! Here's your winnings for trading them in. All you guys get 1,500 talons to add to your total of other talons that you had picked up from the maze as well. I must say it was truly remarkable. Best group of the day by far. Mm-hmm.
That seems almost depressing, doesn't it?
Right, we really didn't even, run into anything. Does everyone just have so much worse luck than we do?
You know, a few people died earlier. I mean, it happens from time to time. You seem to avoid the most difficult pairling rooms.
Comes with the territory, I suppose.
Well, I am so impressed. I will bestow upon you the special mark that will get you into the VIP area, the Dragon's Pride. If you would, it needs to be put on your hand, about this spot right in between your thumb and forefinger. Don't worry, it doesn't hurt.
Orcon will hold his hand out.
Okay. He kind of looks, he takes his finger, and there's this strangely long nail on his hands, but he takes his finger and he kind of rubs kind of like a circle in this spot and does a weird kind of 3 slashes with just his finger. He's not cutting you with his fingernail or anyway. He's just kind of petting your finger with your finger. And then all of a sudden you see this mark, this tattoo appear on your hand, and it looks like a kind of shaped like this, but it's like a dragon's hand with claws sticking out of it. But as you're watching it form on your hand and he takes his finger away, you can see it looks black, just like a black tattoo at first, but then it slowly changes to green, and then slowly shifts to red, and then slowly shifts to white. And it goes through the colors of all the chromatic dragons, and then it repeats. And it just keeps on going, shifting through the colors on your hand.
Oh, that is awesome. You have to teach me how to do that.
You have to stay here for a while and learn how to become a pit master.
Oh. There's so much I have to do first. That's specific to the pitmasters, though. It's not. I can't learn to do that for any ink and tattoo I get done.
Windfall maybe could teach you, perhaps. You have met Windfall, right?
I believe so. Wasn't Forrest? Wasn't that the person we met with?
She's really hard to miss, to be honest.
Oh, I think Forrest and Hazel just lost their connections.
Oh no! They were having a storm, so I'm not sure.
Yep. They both just hit in Discord. Their power went out.
Oh no!
I pulled up my phone Discord. Power is coming back. We should be back on momentarily.
That's all good. No worries.
How rude.
What's worse though is
How rude of the
what's
storm,
worse is
right?
Hazel's face.
I know.
It's just
I cannot see how it is done.
I am so disappointed in you right now.
That's right.
That sounds
Igpa.
about right.
There are 2 DMs now, 2 evil Michaels here, live and proficiency bonus. What chaos may ensue. We'll wait for just a minute for them to get reconnected as I'm sure their router has to reset and all that stuff. So it might take a minute or 2 to get them back online here. So
Usually takes
and
no
we'll
more
get
than 3 or 5 minutes at the most. So
yeah.
Ooh,
I sound a little weird with my phone audio at the moment.
there's the picture.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to share it in Discord. I was just like, that looked like, I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
No, yeah.
That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
worst.
That's
phrase
the
in
worst.
world.
But I mean, look at the power picked that perfect moment where it's just you see that from your parents. It's like, oh,
Not sorry to
Dare
disappoint.
you?
Yeah, you can kind of tell that the power's going out because the room we're in, went dark first.
No.
so
Okay, I am back up. Brittany might be another moment since she has to get to the Wi-Fi, and I'm hardwired in. Because I'm closer to the router. It's not being special.
Special. You're just special.
So does this vampire we're dealing with?
Yeah.
Does he have anything else? Does he have anything else on him?
He has a really nice sword sheathed to his side.
I don't really have much use for a sword. Anything else?
Not that you can see. Let me, I did think I shared that picture with you guys last time. Let me see if I can find that again. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's got some stuff on him. Let me see, see if I can see it. Well, it looks like he's holding on to a nice golden goblet that he's drinking out of. He's got this very nice satchel to his side. Like I said, a very nice sword there. Let me see something very quickly as I'm looking at the... Okay. Yeah, I mean, from the elegance of this sword, you can almost guarantee it's probably some kind of magical sword.
Yeah.
Without asking, though, without pressing the issue, you probably wouldn't be able to really know what it is.
I asked him to compare swords, but that might actually cause more problems, considering I took this from a vampire.
Yes, that was in an alternate reality. But then again, it could be this one's brother, so perhaps.
It's like we got everybody back
Welcome
online.
back, disapproving Furbolg.
Look, I don't love when my face gets frozen, but at least it was like oh no, the power's going out, now I'm mad face, versus like, I'm chewing on a cashew face. Like, I'll take it.
I was unaware of apologies. It just, right when I said something and you dropped, it's like, I thought you were just giving dead, like, oh, I'm going to kill you. and then you didn't move, and I was like, that's committing to the bit a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm not that good. You should know by now, I'm not that good.
So actually, Kaylin looks towards you for us now. It's like, now for your mark.
Has to be on the hand. Can't go on the gauntlet.
It has to be on the hand, of course.
I know.
The good news is the mark is only visible. Well, if you choose, it's only visible when you're here, within the Red Belvedere. The minute you exit the Red Belvedere, if you don't want it to be visible, it doesn't show.
Yeah, I'm not thrilled about it, but I don't think we have much of a choice here.
All right. So you take off the gauntlet, hold out your hand. He kind of traces the symbol on your with his finger, and you as well receive the same identical mark that Orkhan just got on his hand. It
It's not
shimmers
that big of a
between the
deal,
colors.
look. It's small. It's rather fetching, don't you think?
Yes, it's quite nice. Just through all 5 colors of the chromatic dragons. Sure, that doesn't mean anything.
Well, I'm fairly certain it does, especially given the fact that we're in a casino, which has rooms based on different colors of chromatic dragons.
Yes, I did catch that one as well. And it's the Red Belvedere. And all I'm saying is that there's a mark of Tiamat on my hand right now, and I'm not thrilled about it.
Just come along, let's go get to the racetrack. Is that where we're supposed to be meeting them?
I think we were going to meet up more on the center, but it's not really been an hour yet. We can probably get there before they leave.
Then all we have to do is find them.
Fair point.
Yeah, but deal with that when you get to the racetrack.
She's
Come
rather
along.
tall. She might stand out a little bit.
Well, and we have magical ways.
If it was just Selena, that'd be a bigger problem.
Yes, I mean, it must be
Well,
almost
smaller
impossible to find something 3 feet tall surrounded by all those other creatures.
Yeah, surely whoever can spot something like that must have very keen eyes.
As you guys are having this small talk conversation, leaving Kaylin in the maze, we'll transition back over to the races where I want to ask what Kior and Selena are doing first before we go back to what Hazel was doing, because there was some things going on. Hazel was taking care of some stuff, but there was some time passed over there, so I want to see what you guys are doing.
I'm going to see if I can see where her footsteps are. Investigation or perception?
Looking for Selena's footsteps? Oh, she hasn't really left your side. She's been you have been trying to keep a hold of him, right, Selena?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you would still feel her kind of attached to you.
Okay.
She was tempted to go and try and take some of the feed out of the Nightmare's bag to try and get a sample of whatever was in it, but thought better of it because she's worried that if it is something bad, it could be tied back to them if they found it on her possession, and because if they got caught being back there and something happened. So
I can hear her little sighs and say, "Don't worry, little one. If I can find him in the crowd, we will find him." And I pull away, stealthing with her attached to me.
Okay. You guys don't even have to roll. You guys can easily climb back over the fence. You don't even have to re-roll your stealth because you guys are super stealthy throughout this whole thing. You guys hop over the fence. I mean, there's a lot of people. There's a crowd. You can still see that pit fiend is still standing out there, arms crossed. You guys don't see Hazel at this point.
Okay. I'm going to roll my perception to see if I can see that little guy, though.
Okay. Go for it.
Nice.
That is very good. Not quite enough.
I mean, at this point, he's just looking for Hazel standing over the little guy, right?
Well,
Hazel went around the corner.
this would kind of be on. This would kind of happening at the same time because of time wise. I stuck with Hazel for a minute, and now I'm going back to them where I had them on pause, and then they were coming back. Yeah, that's right. They were frozen in time for a second. But a probo would get you there.
Well, I kind of have the information beforehand, so it's kind of hard to be biased about it. I'll roll high on a d6. I'll do it that way. Just let the dice
D6?
roll it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll roll a d6. 3 to 6, I'll take the
He's
probo.
deciding if he wants to or not.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Oh.
It's your decider.
Nope. A 3.
Not gonna do it?
Nope.
All right. Yeah, you're looking around for this individual. You don't see them quite yet. You're digging through. You can hear, you can feel like Selena's presence, like just popping back over the fence too, like grabbing a hold of your cloak. You guys are still holding this invisibility. Eventually, you do see off to your left, Hazel standing there, a distance away, and she is towering over a small creature that is just like completely still, not even looking up towards her yet.
Okay.
And then you can see her like with an arm like pointing into section F.
Okay. Over there.
That's right.
I don't want to walk up
as-
to the 15 and ask him where the bathroom is either.
So you guys start making your way in Hazel's direction as Hazel starts walking up into the crowd with this small critter who sits down in one of the sections. Is like, what did I do?
Is it... Question, is this a gnome or a halfling? What?
Appears to be a gnome to you.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'll look down at it and just say, I'll be, I don't care where to crowd. No one's paying attention to us because we're not betting.
No, yeah, everybody's currently betting on the next race.
I'll just say, I'll look down at it. Do you speak anything other than Common or the Infernal Tongue down here? So we can have our conversation in private.
Do you know Gnomish?
Nope.
Well, then you're out of luck.
So are you. Alright, fine.
No place like Gnome.
Sounds right.
I hang out. I've never had the chance to hang out with many gnomes. I'm so sorry. Anyway.
Hey, listen, lady. I was just doing my part, okay? Just doing my job.
So, what is your job exactly? Because my friends don't quite know what your job was, and if I know my one friend very well, she would want to take umbrage with you for whatever your job is, unless you tell me it's a good job.
It's a very good job. It's going to line my pockets with lots of talons.
Oh yeah. So so how's
It
it
is.
line my pockets? Tell me how to line my pockets.
If you let me go, I'll help you line your pockets.
I never said I wasn't going to let you go. I just said we had to have a conversation.
Okay. At about this time, you guys are heading up into section F and standing right behind Hazel, even though she nobody can see you.
Still invisible.
Yeah, you hear that
It's
whisper
really
in your
last
ear. But he's like, listen. So the elf guy with the blonde hair and the white cloak.
Yeah.
So he came up to me and said, "Hey, I've got this deal for you. If you do something for me, I can line your pockets with lots of talons."
Okay.
And I said, "Sure. That sounds like a great idea. I got the skills for this." So he hands me this potion, and he says, "Sneak into the stables and put this in Red Pepper's feed bag."
Okay, and from what my friends have told me, that's exactly what you did, but my question to you is twofold.
Okay.
Was it something to hurt Red Pepper or help Red Pepper?
Oh, absolutely he's going to help Red Pepper. Red Pepper's going to win this race, I guarantee it.
Okay. And were you being paid extra for this service, or is it just to give you yourself the leg up on the betting?
Oh, it's to give a lot of people a leg up on betting.
How many people?
I'm not really sure. The elf didn't say exactly how many, but he's got a whole squad.
Okay.
Apparently he's been fixing these races for a long time.
So I'm gonna, as if we're friends, because we're now in our seated area, I'm gonna casually put my arm around this gnome's shoulders
You're making me a little uncomfortable with that.
Yeah, get over it. You'll be fine. It's only gonna last a month. And I will just say, one of my friends is very good at finding things.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, if something happens to that horse that is detrimental, and if I place this bet and I lose everything I have, you'll be found by me and many of my friends.
I promise you, lady, nothing's gonna happen to that horse but win the race and win me a lot of talents.
I'm not painfully, but like, because I'm a furbolg, I have longer claw nails, and I just dig them in a little. I go, talons are great, aren't they?
Ouchie.
Uh-huh. Don't mess with animals ever again.
You
and
know,
I let it go.
Those are nightmares, by the way. They're not really animals, per se.
If you really want to go there with me right now,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah. And I'm going to just, because I could cause a whole big problem for this gnome, and I don't care, and I don't know where Selena and Kior are at this point. I'm going to. Does this gnome have hair?
Oh yeah, but it's under like a cowled hood. He has a pretty big nose.
I don't want to deal with his nose. I'm just gonna lift up the back of his cowl. Like, I'm gonna tuck the cowl back a little so I can see a bit of the hair.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna take a small bit of his hair.
Ouch!
And now I can find you too.
You can find me with my hair?
Scent, buddy. I can do a lot of things with a lot of scent.
I don't
Yeah,
smell
you do
that
smell,
bad.
actually. You might want to get out of here.
Okay. Goodness. Actually, about this time, Forrest Orcon, as you're walking through one of the aisles, probably holding like a corn dog in one hand. And
Oh, marshmallow.
extra large ale in the other. It's like, you do see Hazel is standing over what looks to be a gnome in black leathers and a cowl, and it looks like she just like grabbed and just yanked some hair out of his head.
Picking on the little guy again.
At this point, I'm willing to like let it go because I have hair. I don't know where Cure is, but I can turn into a creature with good scent to track this thing if I have to.
A devil walks in between you guys as you're trying to walk. Marshmallow t-shirts! Marshmallow t-shirts! 5 talons. You hear somebody say, 5 talons? Are you insane? 5 talons! Shut your mouth! Marshmallow t-shirts.
Gonna beeline it for Hazel.
After he pivots to move away, I'm going to use a bonus action to put my hunter's mark on the little guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you'll appear because it's casting a spell, so invisibility will go away. All right.
Yeah.
And the gnome starts to like scamper off.
The guy behind us is looking at me. I'm like, mind your own business.
Oh, yeah, sure, whatever.
Now that I
Goes back to eating something.
Now that I can see Kior, I'll assume Selena's nearby and just whisper, Selena.
Well, you'll see my cloak hanging in midair.
It's a weird place. I'm not that perceptive.
A cloak I don't have.
Yeah, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just whisper, Selena. You here?
I'm here.
Do you want to be visible or you want to stay invisible?
Kind of want to stay invisible for now.
God, I'll tell her whatever amount of time she has left on it before it drops. Unless she hits somebody.
Yeah, about this time, that's when Orcon and Forrest approach if you guys were making your way towards them.
That was my plan.
I'll when they come up and we're all together, Hazel will quickly and quietly tell them that the gnome whose hair I have, that I'm also putting in another jar that I have, that he rigged the race, and that's who we should bet on if we want to bet big.
I did just get 1,500 talent.
I'm sorry. Who?
What do you mean, who?
I'm referring to Forrest offering up all my secrets.
We. Oh, yeah, you.
I whispered it to you.
I'll just say,
Are we certain he isn't lying?
Well, considering and I'll motion to Kior in the empty space where I'm assuming Selena's still sitting.
Could adjust her head like 3 inches to the left because she's a little off aim and I can see her.
They saw him put something in the bag. I caught him. He wasn't nervous. He freely told me it was something to help the race, and that he was gonna get a lot of talents. And that weird elf guy that, and I'll look at Kior and Selena, that we ran into earlier, asked him to help rig the race, which I assume is what he was gonna ask us to do, which we declined. So odd even chances that it's a safe bet. I'm happy to throw down my money on it.
And
if
what
not,
was
we
the
tell
payout?
them-
What was the payout again on these bets?
3-1 for the winner.
Yeah, you get
Mhm.
triple if your horse is first, and double if it's second, and then nothing if you're third or below.
Goes into the pouch and pulls out 1,700 talons.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
I'm gonna
And if-
dump the load except for 10.
I would have given you all of the 1,500 talent, but I agree on going in on this bet.
I'll throw in my 75 talents too.
Oh, an additional
making one big-
75.
We're gonna make one big group bet so that hopefully winning as much money gets the pitmaster's attention. Is kind of what I'm thinking.
I'll put another 100, sure.
Oh, fine, I'll toss my 10 in. So wait, we got 1,710. What were you putting on, Hazel?
75.
Okay, and Forrest, how much do you have?
85.
Forrest
How
said
much
you
do you-
had 100, right, Forrest?
Right, because I took the 75 from that chest that I had a few before that.
Okay, so give me a second.
Lena wants 50 on Marshmallow.
So he's gonna
Marshmallow
put
gets
50 on Marshmallow? Okay.
Yeah.
We got 1885 on Red Pepper.
Yeah, as you guys are making this bet, though, the devil that's taking your money and cashing it in and getting it ready is like, oh, whoa, you got a good feeling about Red Pepper, huh?
Well, I just won a whole bunch in your maze, so figured come over here and toss the whole
Right,
load.
this is all about extra money. You understand? Like we're ahead. Even if we lose this, we're still ahead.
Whoa, yes, awesome. Big bets here, that's right. Oh, Red Pepper and a 50 on Marshmallow. Got you covered. Wow, yeah. And starts walking around collecting other bets all around. Oh, another 100 on Marshmallow, that's right. You win, you can buy about 10 to 20 of those t-shirts. They're way overpriced, though. He keeps on walking around. So you guys cash in this bet, get all you, like, he gives you like this small slip of paper that like shows like your betting amount on it, and you know, odds and ends numbers. Some of them are symbols in different languages that you don't understand, and just marks and stuff made on the paper. And it appears that they're getting the stage ready and set for this next race. You can see the horses are being brought out to the stables, and as you guys are watching, you can see the colors of Red Pepper. When Red Pepper gets pulled out, he's going into stage number 6, like the docking bay 6 to start. He's got a little extra bounce to his step as he's popping out there. Like he's looking juiced as he comes out there.
This guy just dropped a haste potion on the
Even the fire, like burning on his mane and like tail, is like flickering faster, like burning faster than it normally would. So it's just something is visibly different about that nightmare than the rest of them.
This is gonna be.
I just dropped 1700 on it. Yeah, we're getting accused to fix the race, folks.
We might suddenly jump up to about 56,000 gold. No big deal.
And someone tells me we're going to go see the owner and get...
Yeah, and that's the point, because then we can tell them somebody fixed the race, and we have a tracker on them. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine.
Let's get our winnings.
I don't know anything about this.
You do now.
I just know the horse was going to win.
It's going to be fine, right?
You like spicy things?
Listen, we fixed the devil's horse race. It's not that big a deal.
And we know who did it, too.
They fixed the race.
Only in D&D do you have a quote like that. Listen, we fixed the devil's horse race. It's not that big of a deal.
We didn't actually fix it. We just learned that someone fixed it. Like, we didn't do anything wrong.
Avernus 11.
Says the paladin of Tiamat.
He's not the paladin of Tiamat.
I'm not, but there's
he has a
uncomfortable
chromatic
mark on my
dragon.
hand.
You know he put that gauntlet back on in 2 seconds flat.
Orcon did just hold up his hand, though, and show you that he's got this strange clawed tattoo marking that
The
is...
second I see that Orcon got a
flickering in
tattoo
colors.
without me, I smack Orcon on the arm. You were supposed to take me with you. We're supposed to get tattoos together.
We're going to. This one's only valid here.
And they're off.
Yes.
While you're arguing,
While you guys are, the cheers just erupt from the grandstands around you as the horses bolt out, and it is immediately visible. Red Pepper is cooking. Like it's just... Its legs are moving so much faster than the rest of the horses. 3 times faster than the other horses. And it's just booking it. It's like, obviously, it's like watching a race where somebody is just so much better than the competition that it's not even close. Like, it just books around. It's around, it's like halfway through the backstretch before all the horses are around the first corner. So it's booking so much faster. And the horned devil riding on the back, it's like legs aren't even, it's just like hanging behind. Tail and legs are just like flapping behind the horse. So it's like, oh, Red Pepper, what's gotten into you? Oh! Like screaming the whole way. So really the competition is from second back. As you can see,
How's Marshmallow doing?
Marshmallow is mid-pack right now, fighting for third. Battling right now with Sundance Colt for that like third place. It seems...
I feel like I should message Sundance Colt and be a problem, but I'm not going to.
Be like, don't trip, don't trip, don't trip, don't trip.
But yeah, Red Pepper is in the third corner, and the rest of the horses are just like a quarter of the way down the backstretch, like just a blistered pace, and has just cooked the rest of the Nightmare squad. The other horses are fighting and jockeying for position. This one's like, you didn't have one that got like totally left behind at the very beginning. They're all like very much so. The other 5 are still a good competitive race, but Red Pepper's booking it. Red Pepper crosses the finish line first with ease, to the erupt of a lot of members in the crowd, the eruption of the cheers as it goes across. But now everybody's just sitting there watching the rest of the horses go into turn 3. as the red pepper has just cooked everybody else. Moving about, you can see Marshmallow's trying to get there, but then is overtaken by Fireburst and Midnight Torch. Just get around Marshmallow before the finish line. So Fireburst actually comes across the finish line second, with Midnight Torch third. Marshmallow ends up finishing fourth the race, with Blaze and then Sundance Colt rounding out. It was very close, those last couple of horses. But
Sure, Marshmallow did his best.
Yeah, he already had a race today.
Yeah, he did.
Yep, he did have a race today. So unfortunately, Selena will not have any winnings. Those 50 talons will be gone. But as people are like surrounding these money changers, and I'm not sure what the name of the people are. Do they have an official name? The people that take the bets, and then what are they? What are they? Bookies. Yeah. The bunch of bookies standing around, like kind of going through. Yeah, better luck next time. To a couple of the people who bet on Marshmallow, and then comes around. You got the big betters. Oh, look at this. Oh, you're gonna love all these talons. And what was the total of your winnings? 5, 6, 5, 5? Is that what you guys pay out? Yep. You guys get to pay the full amount paid out in talons for Red Pepper's win. I was like, man, that horse was fired up. Woo!
Yes, it certainly seems it.
The name. That's all it is. Pick the best name.
That's what. Red Pepper's a great name. I love it.
Like I was telling our friends, we just came from the maze and decided to dump the expendable winnings from the maze on this.
That was a good decision. Good choice. Well, we got a few others that are big winners over here. Let me go pay them out too.
When he goes to pay them out, do I see either the gnome or the guy that was illusioned to be like the elf that we
Make
saw
a perception check for me, please. You see the gnome being escorted by 2 pit fiends.
Is it my pit fiend friend?
It's hard. It's hard to tell. They all have a similar look to them. You can tell that they are employees here at the racetrack, but they all kind of resemble one another a little bit. They have that same kind of red flesh. Their horns are a little different at times, but it's from this distance it'd be hard to tell. But they are both holding the gnome like by the arm, and they're just lifting him up and carrying him up towards what looks to be a press box.
Is one of them trying very hard not to make eye contact with Hazel?
No, the pit fiends aren't even looking in your direction. They're just looking straight ahead, walking up towards that press box area.
You want to go save him, don't you?
I don't want to rat us out.
I know you do. I can tell you were.
He was kind of.
Because he could tell on us. Well,
He could.
not
What's he
really.
gonna tell on us about?
He wouldn't tell on us because he doesn't know who we are, anyways.
And I will, in the crowd and the chaos and all of that, Hazel's gonna use the thing she never uses, and will use her Furbolg feature to cast Disguise Self on herself.
Okay.
Just to... She is a, go with the satyr. So I'm still tall and different and weird.
Okay.
I'm not the Furbolg. It's the same coloring and everything that Hazel has, but she just does it real quick. So the guy is like, a Furbolg. It's like, I'm a satyr.
Excellent.
Just in case he's. And I'll say to Kior, I'm more concerned about where that elf went from earlier.
Your disguise self feature, is it considered casting a spell Would it upset your concentration on Selena's invisibility at all
Let me see.
if you do that?
I don't think disguise self is concentration.
Is it not concentration? Okay, I didn't want to double check.
I don't think so.
It doesn't say, no. Nope, no, just concentration. Just, you make yourself, and because it's like a verbal
It's an
magic,
ability.
like an innate magic, I guess that could also
It's
potentially
an
offset,
ability,
but
probably.
Got it. Sure.
so. I'm now a same colored but satyr creature, just in case, since I got in this guy's face. Just in
Sure.
case.
Yeah, you got a good look at you.
I got a
Sure.
good look at him, and I got his hair
Yeah.
too, but that's a problem for later.
Yeah, and you guys, as you're watching that, the pit fiends take him up and open like a tinted glass door to the press box, escort him in, and then the door closes.
Could we see anything when the door opened?
Not from your angle, because you guys are looking up at it. You would only see like a ceiling, probably.
I mean, what does one have to do to get noticed over here?
Not much.
Well, apparently so. We just
We just
cleaned
want a lot.
house in there.
Yeah.
I'm sure the house isn't that worried. The house always wins in the end.
I'll
Not today.
look at Kior. Kior, you mean the elf from earlier? Do you see him anywhere?
Here, you can make a perception check if you'd like.
I'll pull my shield because it gives me a passive perception of 30. You sure you want me to roll?
Yeah, well, you're actively looking, so it would require a roll.
Gotcha. Ooh. A 1 and a
You appear to have
4.
rolled
Ouch.
stealth.
Yeah, for some reason it said stealth on mine. Did you?
You rolled stealth.
Ah,
Yeah.
darn it.
Good.
I am so sorry.
It's okay.
Hey, that means
That's
you're
okay. You rolled a 1 and a 4, so.
Yeah, the 1 and a 4 and rolled that high. That's amazing.
There you go.
Yes. You're scanning the crowd. You see no sign of this elf. And you swear, like, your eyesight, like, you could pick him out from a mile away. It doesn't seem like he's even here.
Could be up in that box. Can't
I
see
have
the
failed
roof.
you.
Being
I
inside
cannot
job.
find him.
Maybe he works for the pitmaster here and was looking for somebody that would be willing to rig the race. And since the gnome did rig the race and we didn't, they knew how to grab the right gnome.
Sure, it could just be a setup. It'd be the staff itself sets people up with this, gets them to rig the race.
Yeah,
Staff wins big money.
rig the race
They already
once
know
a
who
day.
did it.
Rig the race once a
Distracting.
day to keep it interesting, get rid of some cheaters. We were just going based off of a good tip. I don't think that counts as cheating.
Kior, you notice that the door in the press box opens, and you see the gnome and one of the pit fiends standing there. And the gnome is pointing down into your direction. And his lips are moving. He's
satyr.
pointing down. And the pit fiend is looking and then nods and then comes out of the press box and closes the door and starts walking in the direction that he pointed.
I discreetly let everyone know we've been made separate. And I'll walk off and cast. No.
Selena's still invisible, for the record.
Yeah.
Selena's invisible. Mhm.
Ability's gonna matter much. Pit.
Wait,
Nature's
Orcon's
Veil.
gonna walk towards the pit fiend with the bag of money.
Okay. Sure.
Oh boy, here we go.
As everybody's split through, it's okay. You want cover?
Hazel's not moving that far because she changed how she looks, and she's not trying to act any specific way.
I just got here. I don't know what's going on. He's got all my money, so I'm going with him.
I'm hoping it. What do you mean your money?
So that was my money.
I carry the soul coins. My money.
I can't get out of here. I got too much money.
So, Kior, you said Nature's Veil. You're trying to like sneak into, like the
Trying to sneak away from the scene. Not that they saw me, but I'm just trying to sneak away from the scene so I can pop up somewhere else. So I get 6 seconds.
Okay, gotcha.
Well, it's the end of the next turn, right? So that's actually full 12 seconds.
Oh yeah. So you're just like sneaking up. Okay, yeah. You kind of like dive off, just dip into the crowd a little bit, sneak off. And Selena, you're staying put with Hazel currently.
You can do whatever you want.
Okay. And Orcon is approaching the Pit Fiend, who is on his way.
I just realized I said that, and then I remembered that the gnome had no clue I was even there.
You guys didn't. Yeah, the gnome left before you guys approached.
Oops.
He's got the bag of money, and I'm just the hired muscle behind
The Pit Fiend's coming in. Excuse me.
Yes.
You're standing in my way.
Oh, I thought you were coming to give me an invitation after all this lovely money I just won.
Congratulations. Don't spend it all in one spot.
Oh, not at all.
I work at a casino. Of course you're going to spend it all in one spot.
I just tried to do that, and I tripled my money, so...
Try it again.
Think
See what
about it.
happens.
This is what we've turned 4D talents into. It's kind of impressive, really.
It's not got time for this conversation.
He's
Perhaps I can help you. It's least I can do after all the money you're going to be paying.
Oh gosh, fine. I'll go through row 32. And he starts going down some steps.
I feel like we bought them a little bit of time.
Yeah, I mean, what would you guys be doing during this? Anything? Just staying put? Okay. All right.
Hazel,
Kior, yeah,
Orcon had it
you're
right.
off and hidden.
we need to be
I go up high.
noticed. So if I'm gonna be noticed negatively, I've got backup. In theory, be fine.
Oh, yeah.
Selena.
I've got Selena. Yeah, I'm sure I can like feel Selena like next to me. Yeah, tugging on
Okay.
my hair a little, make it like the wind's got it or something. It's fine.
Sure, yeah. The Pit Fiend keeps on coming in your direction, approaches right up to you. Excuse me, lass.
Yes, sir. How can I help you?
It's a nice disguise you got going on right now. But
I haven't been a satyr for a while. I figured it'd be fun to try. But I'm glad you can see the real me. And she will happily just drop it. I figured, what better place than a casino?
And your little invisible friend next to you.
She's cuter than me, isn't she?
She's very mischievous. I did get a visual description of you from someone who has some questions they'd like to ask. You've been invited to the press box.
Works for me. And I'll put my hand. I'll stand. I have no problem with this. And I'll put my hand down for Selena to take if she wants.
Yeah, she's not leaving Hazel by herself to go to this
He can also see you.
hidden place.
The Pit Fiend kind of goes, after you, row 32, there's some talon grubbing folks that are blocking 44.
I laugh and I just go, there's a lot of them down here, aren't there? And
Apparently they're big winners today. Wanted to tell me all about it.
I mean, I think they're just... People get excited when they finally win one, right? And
Yeah, they're gonna lose 5 more.
And to keep with my dumb facade, this other Pit Fiend who probably has nothing to do with this press box, Hazel just goes, I'm sorry, I don't know numbers. Which way do I go?
Is it by the bathroom?
We went over
Is it near
this
the
so many
bathroom?
times.
The main ones?
We don't have time for the bathrooms. We're invited to the press box. Please.
Okay.
Make your way there.
That way? Or that way?
Look in the direction where my finger is pointing. Do you see that door?
Uh-huh.
That's the press box door.
Okay, I will...
Remember,
Just start.
skip aisle 44 because there's a bunch of people blocking it.
I will...
Apparently they're waiting in line for I Love Marshmallow t-shirts or something. I don't know.
But Marshmallow was cute. And I will kind of like... putting out the facade of I have no cares in the world right now. But as I'm moving up with Selena, who's still invisible, but I have her hand, and moving away from Forest and Orcon, I'll just go, I got an invitation because the gnome radish is out. See you later. And I keep going.
Okay. And you guys are making your way up towards the press box. And I think that is a perfect time for us to end this episode of Vecna, Eve of Ruin.
It worked.
Well, that's fun. It's a lot of fun.
How many episodes is this chapter gonna take? It's gonna be bad.
This has been a lot of fun. I've loved all the loved all the secrecy going on, the juicing the horse. So cool. Lots
I'm
of
just
cool
glad we
stuff
made it
happening.
there with the 1,700 talons in time to bet.
Right?
Oh yeah, totally.
Change it over to gold. Change it over to gold quickly.
How much? How much that is that? That's like what
56,000 gold.
56,000 gold. You guys are carrying around with you right now.
This is a casino, man. There is going to be like a gift store in here. There's going to be some cool shit in that.
We'll comp our rooms tonight. I'm just saying.
The souvenir cup that's like 3 feet tall. You know,
The yard, man.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's right.
You can get a yard of fire whiskey.
I love
Try to
it.
get a free T-shirt.
That's right.
Free marshmallow.
I'll buy a Red Pepper t-shirt, but I ain't buying no marshmallow t-shirt.
Well, the amount of gold we're carrying around, the drink should be free. They want us to get drunk.
Chat, we need some help. We need a phrase for Red Pepper's t-shirt that's going to be mass printed within the next episode. We need help
some
coming
pep
up
in
with
your
that. Pep in your step. There you go. I like it. The new Red Pepper t-shirt on sale for while supplies last. I love it. Get them while they're hot.
Oh my god.
Little
Well,
capsaicin on the inside of it, so it's nice and hot when you put it on.
that's it.
No, thank you.
I'm sorry, chat. We've quickly derailed. It's good thing it's post. This is the post-stream part of our episode.
All aboard the Red Pepper Express.
There you go. There you go.
That dude Bo made the best joke. Red Pepper has a Live Strong rubber band on.
That's right. That's right.
Oh my god.
That's right. Well,
I just realized why.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in to hang out with us. Thanks for all the chat rewards and the subscriptions tonight. You guys were awesome. We will be back next Monday to continue this this adventure and see how this all pans out with Hazel and Selena headed up to the VIP press box here at the Alabaster Racetrack. Well, Orcon and Forrest sit there and count up their many, many coins. and they're swimming in money.
Some of that is Hazel's.
Kior keeping his eye on everything as he is just blending in with his surroundings. So it'll be fun. Once again, remember, we are off on Friday. Fandelver and Below will not be live Friday. We will skip this week. We will be back on the 11th. I know it's been a long time, but I promise we're going to get back to it. We missed 3 weeks, so I'm going to have to rewatch all the last couple of episodes to make sure I know what's going on.
You don't have Britain taking notes for that one. So.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind kind of, I'm relying on my notes, and trust me, they are nowhere near Brittany's notes. Mhm. This was, my notes are very limited. I just write one word notes on a little green piece of paper.
Just got a bunch of chicken scratch off to the side.
That's right, and only I know what it means.
It says kill the party.
That's it.
No.
But thank you guys so much once again for tuning in. For those of you that are watching us on YouTube, don't forget to add your proficiency bonus, and we'll see you next episode. See you guys.